EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. This was the scene a few minutes ago. The dog pound in full roar as their Browns emerge from their tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with the Pittsburgh Steelers. Here we go. The final week of the NFL season. Week 17 is underway. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. First carry now for Kareem Hunt. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. And he finds McLaurin. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give them 25 yards. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
That's another Browns first down. 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
From the gun, it's Hurts. And finding the tight end, Hooper. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22.
Out of bounds at the
nice methodical opening drive here. They're already into field goal range. They're in a good spot. You know that people like to take a shot in this part of the field. But at the same time, as methodical as they've been, they might want to run the ball a little bit here too.
And just on the outskirts of the red zone. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Darius Slayton, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Browns take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. It's up and through to make it 7-0 Browns.
Makes the score Browns 7, Steelers nothing.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. The return man, Wilson. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll run for the first time with Raheem Mostert. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, Their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Forced out to his left. Oh, batted at the line and intercepted. Picked off at the 18. Charles, there's something special about those big D linemen bringing it in. Off the tip there, really nice coordination.
Very much so, and I think what we've seen, and I'm going to put it at about the last 5 years, maybe a little bit longer, coaches placing a bigger emphasis on ball drills, even for defensive linemen, because possession is so key. When you've got a chance to take one away, you want people comfortable with the football, and it paid off there.
2nd and 12 at the 20-yard line.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Out of the gun, they run it with Hunt. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, that he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
Flush to his right. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. A run for Nick Chubb, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, his 25th touchdown, tying Emmitt Smith for the 5th most in one season. And the Browns add 6 to their lead. Parkey with the extra point, and it's now 14-0.
Steelers, nothing.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Mostert. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12.
So after the loss of 2, here's 2nd and 12 from the 23. They run out of the shotgun with Mostert. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
2 yards.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
On 3rd down, Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. That's complete to Mostert out of the backfield. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the 1st at the 32. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down. Well, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They'll indeed go for it with Jackson. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. A big pickup of 12 yards on 4th down to keep this drive from stalling.
Pittsburgh.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Jackson from the shotgun. He'll get this into the hands of Mostert. Oh, what a juke into space. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. The end result, 21 yards. So big pickup that time. And Charles, defending AFC Player of the Week, maybe bucking towards another award this week.
Yeah, and they say they don't really care about the individual awards. You and I both know
they do.
It means a lot to them. It means respect around the league. And if he's able to show those kind of hands all game long, he can win a second one.
Dancing to his left. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And that will get out of bounds. Lucky there. They keep possession inside the 5. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Here's Mostert. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers.
The ball carrier.
Taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Steelers are able to make this a close game again. And maybe starting the campaign for another Offensive Player of the Week award in the AFC.
Yeah, strike up the band, right? They're going to lead him along, and the band being that offensive line, he's locked into the rhythm of what they're doing up front, and he's definitely off to that great start, a second straight week.
Point after, right down the middle, and that'll make our score 14-7.
The Browns take over 1st and 10. The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. Even though they might not find the number 1 seed next to their name come playoff time, there's not going to be very many teams, if any, entering the playoffs on the kind of run they're on. They're hot.
And I love that word, hot, because every team in the league wants to go into the playoffs on that uptick. Because a lot of the time you serve notice to the rest of the league that, hey, we're the team you need to deal with. We're the team that's going to be a real problem for you. And if they can continue this streak, they can very well be that team and gain that confidence that they're seeking as they head to the playoffs.
And confidence, that's the word I would use from our meetings with them. They said we're playing our best football right now. It is showing. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. They'll try to run for the 1st down with Hunt. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Call it a gain of 5 as they move the sticks.
That's about what you would expect since they're so efficient on picking up 3rd downs in the top 5 in the NFL. It's all a mindset, and I guarantee you, it started in the offseason. 3rd down's important to them. They find a way to pick them up at a very good clip.
That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Through 1 quarter, 14-7 our score.
Steelers 7.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. Flushed out right. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Troy Apke, and he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
On second down, Mostert. And he's going to be met at about the 43.
The ball carrier.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. From the gun, Jackson. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Well, they only needed a small gain on 3rd down. They end up getting over 30 yards.
Partner, you know when we call a game, we talk about Lamar Jackson and his speed and his elusiveness and the ability to get him on the ground and how tough that is for a defense. But how about his development as a thrower, as a professional?
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. From the gun, it's Jackson. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. With a man with a big new contract, Myles Garrett, in there to take him down. They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. On the handoff, this is Mostert. And he stopped immediately there. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. So stuff for no gain on 2nd down brings up a pretty interesting 3rd from this distance.
I'm throwing the ball, and I'm not even thinking about play pass. I'm going to let them know right away I'm throwing it, but I'm probably giving my quarterback some room, sprint him out to one side or the other, and give him an opportunity. If it breaks down, he can take off and run for it.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Now Jackson, eluding the pressure right. He can run for it, and he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown.
Jackson on the keeper.
A 10-yard touchdown run. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Well, Lamar Jackson remembers 7 rushing touchdowns in his MVP season of 2019, and he's into the end zone here as well.
And when you hear that 7 rushing touchdowns in 2019, doesn't it surprise you a little bit?
Yeah, you almost expect more, right?
Yeah, in your mind, you're thinking Lamar Jackson got in the end zone a bunch more. That might be what he does in 2020.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
Their own 20-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. They start from scratch here, so to speak. 14 all following the interception last time that led to a score. Now they've got it 1st and 10. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Hurts. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, the first 2 drives yielded touchdowns, so there's no reason for them to feel like they have to pull back on the reins. They pushed it downfield, looking for another one right there. Didn't get it, but we know they're going to continue to be bold.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a 1st down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot. But what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season He needs that big closing game, that game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh my goodness, did he put up a number, let's say 200 plus?
Brings up 2nd and a yard at the Steelers.
Escaping the pressure right. That one is caught by Hunt. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 15-yard line. A very solid gain of 27. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by the all-pro safety, Mika Fitzpatrick. And he'll be brought down at his own 10-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
On the play. And the Steeler first down.
Off the play fake, here's Jackson. And that is incomplete. Hollywood Brown, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
That was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Jackson gonna run, and he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Jackson. And they'll get this on the screen to Mostert. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Well, they only needed a small gain on 3rd down. They end up getting over 30 yards. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. And the Steelers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal. He couldn't quite reach the chalk, but they'll have it at the 1-yard line. 2nd and goal from the 1. They'll run with Mostert, and he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Touchdown. Raheem Mostert with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Steelers have taken the lead. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14.
Steelers 21, Browns 14.
McCann's got it teed up. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
Thrown to the sideline and incomplete. It's now 2nd and 10.
Second and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And yeah, I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. And a big loss here as he's taken down. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. The Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down. They'll throw now on the final play. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Fabian Moreau. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
B.J. Goodson there on the tackle. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
On the option, Jackson will keep it. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down. It will.
1st down.
Play action. Now Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that he can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
2nd and 10. Here's Jackson again. Flushed out right. And that is incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here and 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
He's going to have the hook up to Ross. And he will have a Steelers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. tuck it and run. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Give him 4 yards there on the first down keeper. 9-yard line, 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6 at the 9-yard line.
From the gun, Jackson. This is caught. And he is out of bounds here. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8. You know, Lamar Jackson last season, the first NFL quarterback with 3,000 or more passing yards and 1,000 or more rushing yards in the same season.
And we see both of those talents on display here today. We just saw another completed pass. And everyone knew coming out of college he could run the ball.
And that is caught. And the record is his. It's a touchdown. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give him a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
Tucker McCann set to kick off.
McCann's got it teed up. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Troy Apke. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. And he's got it. And the Steelers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets them up now 1st and goal. Oh, how about this call down near the goal line? And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. Boy, that is a 7-yard loss. 2nd down now.
At the 8-yard line.
They go play action with Jackson. This will be caught at about the 5. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 5 yards that time on the completion. And now it's 3rd and goal. They'll run with Mostert. No gain on the play that time, so a big stop, and it's going to leave them with a 4th and goal. And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. On now, Tucker McCann. From the right hash here, should be an easy one.
A 20-yard attempt.
McCann's kick up and good. And that will extend their lead even further. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens, because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here.
At the 32-yard line.
But first down, Hurts going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Rolling to his right. He goes right back to Metcalf, this time complete. 16 yards, a first down.
I know that rookie quarterbacks have to earn veteran receivers' trust. Maybe we saw that on that play with that type of effort, huh?
Yeah, helping out the rook with a heck of a catch. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 34. Chubb. And he's got room. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. Now another timeout called for by the offense. And that's going to leave him with just one timeout remaining still in the third quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt him. We'll be back. From the 13 now, they work on first and 10. Here's Hurts to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. T.J. Watt in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. One quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Flush to his right. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. DK Metcalf there to make the grab. And the Browns get a score closer. So he scrambled right but was able to look back toward the middle of the end zone to find the target.
As you know, in this game, sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules, because we all know most guys throwing the football are taught never throw back into the middle of the field on a scramble. He did it and got away with it for a touchdown.
Instinct sometimes, right? They just take over.
Instinct and vision. Sometimes you just see people who are open, you're able to get it to them.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
The Steelers take over first and 10. At their own.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Throwing is Jackson. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Anthony Walker, give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards.
And it's 3rd down. 3rd and 15.
The Steelers on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This will be 3rd and 15. Operating from the gun, Jackson. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be fourth down.
That's certainly playing down a distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10. And now with a play clock winding down, a whistle and possibly a false start. Here's Johnny Hecker now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. On the return, Johnson. They'll call that a 61-yard punt. He got all of that one. And the Browns will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Hurts sets up to throw it. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Down the numbers. There he goes. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. DK Metcalf, 88 yards. And the Browns are back within a score.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting. But I am excited about this. I know you are, too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. Now it's Wilson. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Wilson on the return. The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. This game has really flipped on its head. 2 unanswered touchdowns by the other side, and now, well, they take over here with just a very slim 1-score lead.
And we've seen this how many times now?
And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And this is picked up by the Browns. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
I know when you're looking at the scoreboard clock, we're getting near the end of this game. But they were in what was really called 4-minute offense. And that's practice, meaning taking care of the football, taking time off the clock, not giving them a chance to come back. But bottom line is, what did I say in the beginning? Taking care of the football. That didn't happen.
Didn't do it. A costly turnover. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
How about the job there on the outside? Shed the wide receiver and was able to make the tackle on the perimeter.
28-yard line.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Throwing is Hurts. And finding the tight end Hooper. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Kareem Hunt with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And once again, the Browns are back in front. So from 3 scores down, these guys have fought all the way back to grab the lead. And I'll just tell people what happened when they went up 3 scores. I wrote on your paper 2 words, game over, and now I'm eating those words. I was wrong.
little salt, little pepper, goes down pretty easily.
I will admit when I make a mistake.
Well, it looked like it was going that way. This is one of those paging Frank Reich moments, and I can't believe I just brought that up, because Frank Reich at Maryland in college did it to my Tennessee Volunteers, and that was a big reason why my team lost.
Sounds like he still harbors some pain from that game.
You know, we still got a little time to work it out with the doctor.
On the ground, it's Mostert to start the drive. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
A loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 24-yard line.
So the loss of a yard, and now 2nd and 11 from the 24-yard line. To throw is Jackson. Open man is Ross, complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 15 yards on the play, first down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Now Jackson on first down. Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to keep it here. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Flushed out right. This one caught by Isabella. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 40. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now, right at the 40. Now it's Jackson. Being chased out left.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 40-yard line.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. To throw again. Jackson finds his tight end Ingram. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Complete to...
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. And Jackson throwing once more. And Ingram holds it in. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. They go play action now. Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. And this will be incomplete. I see you nodding your head up and down. It's a very heady decision at this stage of the game. Out of the pocket, nowhere to go. Just get rid of it.
That's a smart play because you're not worried about your completion percentage, and you're also not trying to force it into bad traffic as well. Throw the ball away, live to fight another down.
They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Ball hit as he throws there, incomplete.
In any event, it happened pretty quickly. I'm not sure he made the right decision on that one. I think if he had it to do over again, he would have found a different target downfield. But he made his decision, and that one's incomplete.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. Back to the running game with Mostert. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal. An incompletion, now a short pickup. That's not going to do it.
Yeah, you've got to get to the line of scrimmage quickly, get set up, and aim downfield.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it. Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And he gets in. But no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead.
Tucker McCann set to kick off.
McCann's got it teed up.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Well, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. He'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the 2nd quarter, he may very well have run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Back to throw. And that is incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Down 4 late. Got to go for it here on 4th down. Back to throw. And they're able to get this one across the 35. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down. He's back to throw. Flush to his right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And they don't get the reception. Incomplete. So now they're down to 17 seconds remaining.
That one brought back a few nightmares because when a quarterback gets outside of the pocket, your job as a defensive back, make sure you stay as deep as the deepest receiver and not let anyone leak behind you for a big play. A nice job there having discipline and not letting them connect on that pass.
And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a fourth down.
It's fourth down.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He'll find Metcalf. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down.
At the 49-yard line.
They go play action with Hurts. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That'll be a gain of 16, and it'll give him a fresh set of downs. First from the 34 now, here's first and 10. One final shot. They'll look to throw. Oh, no, he lost the football. But I think a Brown was able to recover, and they'll indeed hold on to the ball here. Browns. Well, Charles, a pretty exhilarating finish to the end of this ball game. At the end, the Hail Mary prayers, though, they went unanswered. Could have won it, but couldn't get it done.
Almost felt schoolyard or playground, didn't it? You remember when you called that play? Everybody just go long and try and find someone open. They gave it a shot, but unable to successfully complete it.
So for Pittsburgh, they've indeed run the table here on the regular season. They finish a perfect 16-0, joining the 07 Pats and the 72 Dolphins as the only teams to ever do so. And now they'll have the week off as